There's over 60 jurisdictions in California now who are associated with Big PAC, Build It Green Public Agency Council, and all the jurisdictions are there on a voluntary basis because they appreciate having a support group of sharing with each other. How'd you get it? How did you satisfy your city manager, your planning director, your board of supervisors, your city council, etc. And so state of California heard that all these jurisdictions were getting together on their own and agreeing to standardize.
And?
And they went, gee, like they did all the work for them, right? And they said, well, gee, maybe we should look into approving this. What you guys have all agreed to on standardizing, and we'll just like adopt it as a state of California guideline. So that's in process right now. It's not all the way approved.
Wow.
But the fact that they've all been editing this, all these 60 jurisdictions have been editing this document that spells out like what, how does their residential green building program work, and what's the matrix of points, and how many minimum points in indoor air quality and energy efficiency and water conservation do you have to get your building permit? And what's the minimum size remodel or addition that has to conform to these things, and what are the teeny tiny other projects that are exempt and don't have to do it, right? So they're all like agreeing on this.
Great.
So I travel around the country and go to different green conferences, and whenever I'm not in California and I'm asking them about their green building growth and public awareness, they always say, oh, well, you guys in California, you're the leaders. So that's what I've heard. We're the leaders. So all these other states in the U.S. can either clone at some point. They can all do the big pack of Oregon, Washington, Nebraska, Kentucky, Texas, whatever, right? Or who knows? Maybe they'll all adopt their own thing. But the beauty that I saw of being involved with Big PAC was all the documents that anybody who's in local government prepare. It's not intellectual property. So they share it. So they just email and give a disc, not as a PDF, but like as the original Word document. Oh, you want to see the brochure we did for Alameda? Here, you guys can have it in Santa Cruz, and on your Word document you can just do like replace and swap out Santa Cruz every time it says Alameda, and now you have your standardized brochure. So everybody's like sharing content, and so intellectually it's really exciting that there's all this sharing going on about the whole green building movement, if that's what you want to call it. Because in private industry, everybody's signing their non-disclosure, no compete, oh, this is our secret, you can't use it. And that's not so with the whole local government level. And most of the jurisdictions, well, every jurisdiction has people who donate their time to be on committees. You don't get paid when you're appointed to be on a little design commission or a working group to help write the new green building program.
Okay.
And there's so many people who are passionate about sustainability, especially in California. That's indirectly why those 60-something jurisdictions have been adopting green building programs, is every one of those communities is filled with all these people who've been needing once a week or once a month as a group to agree on something.
Wow.
We're working in committees.
Wonderful.
Right? So it's driven by the people. Like that's all manifesting because the people in all these different communities want it. It's from the bottom up. It's not from the top down. If you think of that federal, state, local, like that's what grassroots means.
Absolutely.
So the green movement is definitely grassroots driven.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we've got the support on the local level, which is now feeding on the state level, and then the state of California will hopefully have a halo effect on other states, and then perhaps we'll have generalized or standardized federal requirements someday.
Well, it's going to be at least 10 years.
Really?
I think, because a lot of these 60 jurisdictions, they still don't have theirs all the way approved. They're in process.
Okay.
Right? They're still, that's why they're a support group. They're helping each other get through all the paperwork to sign it off and finally get to that resolution that their jurisdiction has officially adopted it and it's been approved by everybody that needed to approve it.